What's up guys, Chasing Lamey here with episode number 84 of Welcome to Wroxham, and today we're going to the League Cup against Chelsea. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave those comments, stick some predictions in the comments, why not? How do you think we'll do against Chelsea? What do you think our final score will be today? Let's roll the intro and find out. So let's bring you in as is traditional and give you a bit of a catch up on what you've missed since the last game. After we played Norwich, we lost 1-0 to Barrow. We beat Birmingham 3-2 with goals from Ahmed Gamar, Tony Springer and Rafferty Maidel, which apparently has decided to randomly pop up on me. We then drew 1-1 with Wigan with a goal from Ahmed Gamar. So that brings us to today's game, the Chelsea game in the League Cup, where hopefully we'll get a good result. Let's go see what happens. So, no risks being taken with today's team selection then. We've got Randy Straker in goal, Ross Inglis at right back, Ben Dodd at centre half next to McCafferty, with Galeno at left back. We've got Bazzare as the defensive midfielder, Green and Vega in central midfield, Maidel, Ramirez and Menga making up our front three. On the bench, Fabio, Sakete, Elena, Burns, Gamar, Rotario, Springer, Chimesi and Benjamin, who I don't think you've seen Amari Benjamin before because he hasn't got a squad number. He's the guy I signed from, I think it was Ayr? Was it Ayr in the end? He was at Burnley. He's had a weird career, this fella. Started off at Arsenal, played exactly no games for Arsenal at all. Had a loan at Forest Green in League 2. Sorry, went to Burnley in the Premier League, played 3 times. Loan at Forest Green in League 2, 10 goals in 37. Went back to the Premier League with Burnley for another single appearance. And a loan in the Scottish Championship, 1 goal in 24. Not a big goal scorer, so 11 goals and 65 league appearances. But I think he's going to get better, so hopefully we'll get something out of it and we'll see how that goes as time progresses. But it is time for the Chelsea game, so we need to get out there, see what we can do, submit the team, and see if we can steal a win today. So I thought we were in the dressing room, we'd take a little look at this Chelsea team we're facing off against, just to get a little look at what's going on. Luciano Spalletti currently in charge of Chelsea. And it looks like they've not put out a full-strength team. Obviously, Lewis Hall would be a first team at this stage. Tom Ritchie and Vanderson, I'm guessing by the high numbers, probably youth teamers. I don't know Savage. I feel like I know Okoa. I'm not sure why. Lemrebet could be a first team. McDonald probably is with a number 12 on his back by now. Leguisa, I have to assume, is. And sub-bench-wise, they've just stuck out a bunch of kids, really. So maybe we can sneak a little win here and see if we can go on any further. Nobody expects to get a result. Go out there and play with any pressure on you is, of course, the best way to go. They're going to make us do a tunnel interview. Do you think the first goal will be crucial? I mean, obviously, silly question. How important is a good performance for you today? It's important to play well. It's no different today. People suggest your team could cause outside against Chelsea. Do you think you stand a chance in this game? They're currently 8th in the Premier League. They've only played 5 games. But they're currently 8th in the Premier League. We'll give it our best, because why not? And we're at Trafford Park, game at home, always strong, good look for us, maybe just good enough for us to pull something off. Obviously Chelsea in the League Cup playing a weakened side, and we might be able to take a little bit of advantage of that. There's definitely a distinct possibility. See how it goes. Chelsea in this weird creamy, goldy, kind of odd coloured kit, and we of course in our normal blue. So, game kicks off, let's see what we can get out of this. Early throw in, Ross Inglis taking it into the box. Koa to Hall. Hall puts it forward, looking for Leguisa. Great tackle by Galeno. £7 million paying off beautifully there as McCafferty tries a big ball forward. Bazzare wins it in the air though. Maidel, big through ball to Vega. And Ivan Vega, the Manchester United loanee, has put us ahead in the 3rd minute of the game. And suddenly, that early goal talk feels a little bit realistic. I was thinking, early goal obviously, but Maidel, great through ball there, put it right through the Chelsea defence, absolutely split them in half. Vega doesn't need a second invitation, and Ivan Vega, remember the name, he has put that away and potentially put us into the 4th round of the FA Cup. But goal kick now, Straker taking it to McCafferty, who has time, plays it to Galeno, who also has time down the line, looking for Ramirez. Ramirez to Bazzare. Bazzare to Vega. Vega to Green. Green out wide looking for Galeno. Galeno cuts inside and Bazzare now on the ball. To Galeno again. McCafferty. McCafferty finds Bazzare. Bazzare to Dodd. We're looking really good right now. Dodd, lots of time on the ball. Puts it over the top looking for Madel. Madel, can he beat his man? Just gets it to Ryan Green. Instead, Ryan Green, the Spurs loanee, to Inglis, the Fulham loanee. Bunch of players with a reason to hate Chelsea. Dodd to Green. Green across the field, looking for the run of Menga. Can Menga get there first? He can. Daniel Menga with his third goal of the season, and we are somehow 2 goals to the good against a Chelsea team that still on paper is significantly better than what we've put out. But somehow we've bridged the gap and we've managed to do some bits, quite frankly. Great stuff. 2-0 up already. And are we going to make some big-time history? A club that, remember, a few seasons ago in this universe was playing in the Isthmian Division 1 North, or whatever it's called. Playing very low down. I think it was the 8th or 9th tier of the pyramid we were playing at when we first picked up Wroxham as our club to manage. And we have taken them to a 2-0 lead in the first half against Premier League Chelsea in the League Cup. Absolutely insane stuff. So that is half-time. Then we're going to go into the dressing room and just tell the boys, well done, quite frankly, because it has been ridiculous. I'm pleased we've cleared loads. The scoreboard reflects that everyone looks happy. No one really needs a talking to. Okay, McCafferty could be having a better game, but he's not embarrassing himself by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think he's actually had anything to do looking at the ratings of the attacking players on the Chelsea side. I think that's a 6.5 because he's just had to do nothing. As Galeno puts the ball forward looking for Menga, Okoa to Hall to Boas, who is the captain of the Chelsea side. Ruiz trying to do what he can here, turning his man to Ochoa, to Vanderson, tackled by Menga, who's going to get himself sent off. Second yellow card, and we're going to have to do some tactics here because if we want to hold on to a 2-0 lead against Chelsea with 10 men, I'm afraid it's going to be a case of dropping back and seeing what the future holds. I think we're going to go to a 5 at the back. Feels like a good idea. We're going to drop Green back to kind of cover there. And I feel like I don't really need Vega as a Masala at this point, so we're going to have to see what we can do. We are going to go with Madel probably as a... We're just going to go with a bit of a spiky formation. Why not? Let's try that out. We're going to try and make this as defensive as humanly possible because that's going to be really important. We're going to go with a complete wing back because I think that's going to help us out with cover in the midfield when we need it. English can also do a complete wing back. Bazzare, I'd like to think one of these guys can play libero really well, but I'm not quite sure which one it would be. So we'll find out. Let's see what our centre halves is a good libero. It is McCafferty. That works out well for me. I'm fine with that. And I think with the other two, we'll just tell them to do some good old-fashioned no-nonsense defending because that feels like that. Let's just go standard centre defending with Ben Dodd, and we'll try the same with Bazzare unless he's got a great no-nonsense defensive stat. He doesn't. That should do us, I think. Just trying to keep things a little bit more cautious with how we're doing things. I would like to think goalkeeper on defend is probably a smart move with Straker. Green, we will try and drop him back as deep as we can. I think. I'm not sure if Regista does any defending at all. I'm going to say a deep-lying playmaker on defend. Let's drop him back as far as we can. Vega, I feel like, is going to be strongest. Probably, ironically, also as a deep-lying playmaker. Let's try something else with Ryan Green, shall we? Let's go with a ball winner for Ryan. That's half-back do more defending. Yes, probably. Let's do that. Let's drop him back a bit further. Madel, I think I want him as the standard support attacking midfielder. And Ramirez is going to be best here, I think, probably playing as a more defensive forward. We're not really trying to score. We're trying to just hold off. I'll send on more defensive players for those two if I need to and just kind of hold off, I think is going to be my plan long term. But for now, we'll go with that. We'll also drop back to perhaps something a bit more... I'm going to invite the players onto them. I guess we'll go... Actually, let's go cautious. It's probably wise. We have got one man up there, two men up there to sort of hoof a ball to. And then once we decide we need to see out the game, what we'll do is we'll go fully defensive, try and hold off. McCafferty kind of needs to get involved in this game, but Finn Burns, I feel like, could probably play libero almost as well. I've got two other centre-halves on the bench as well, three other centre-halves on the bench. I can just put an entire team of centre-halves out quite easily. Richie now will take a corner, puts it into the box. Let's get rid of this. We're trying. Madel clears it eventually to McDonald. Richie picks it back up. He's going to have a pop from close range. Randy Straker makes the save. The Guisa tries to get into the box. Galino gets it clear. And we have survived yet another attack. And we're doing okay just to hold on at this point. I think we're going to be fine. I am going to take Daniel Ramirez off, though, before he gets sent off. And we'll see if we can hold on to this one, shall we? Throw in now with Inglis. We've gone so defensive. It's mad. I will show you in a second as Madel gives the ball away to McDonald. Not the defensive player I was looking for, if I'm completely honest. Condé now on the ball for Chelsea. Back to Hall. Hall has time. Plays it forward to Alvarez. To Logie. Logie goes looking for a through ball. Elaine picks it up. Ball forward by Galino, only as far as Hall. And Lemrebet now to Alvarez. Alvarez forward to Logie. Logie back to Savage, who goes over the top, looking for Lemrebet. Lemrebet looking for a run down the wing. And Richie can't get it away. Galino gets it clear. Can Madel pick this up? He can't. But that highlight's going nowhere. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen just how defensive I've gone. It's been a bit crazy. Wanderson now to McDonald. McDonald having a run at us to Alvarez. Alvarez to Lemrebet. Lemrebet, lots of time, lots of space. Logie now down the wing. We need to do some closing down here. Cross goes over Hall with the header. And Hall puts it just wide. And I'm starting to think maybe it's time to throw on a few more defensive bodies. Absolutely hope for the best, because as much as I want an outlet there, I don't know if it's a great idea to have full outlets there when I don't need them. So we're just going to make some changes and see if we can hold off. Richie now with a free kick. We are fully all 10 men behind the ball now, so we just need to defend this and hold on. As Richie has a pop from the free kick, doesn't go anywhere, goes over the bar, and we've got ourselves a goal kick. You can see here, literally everyone is in our own half. I'm not taking any chances. I've sent on every defensive body I can find. I'm just trying to hold things off now. And if I can find another defensive body, I'll send them on in a second. But Chelsea have got another corner. Headed away by whoever that was. Galino trying to chase down Condé. Richie with a cross or a good pass to Savage. Paxton from range. And it's just gone over the bar. We're fighting away for dear life here. And I may have to make another sub. I don't think any of these guys in the bench, I don't know none of these guys in the bench can do anything defensive. So it's just going to be a case of hold on tight by our fingertips and see if we can see this one out with what we've got on the field. I obviously will send on a body if I need to, but I don't think any of them are going to be any use to us right now as the clock ticks away. Free kick again, Richie for Chelsea. Takes it from range, goes for a cross to McDonald. Very wayward cross. It wasn't a great one at all. Galino makes the tackle, and he's just got to kind of waste some time here to Inglis, to Burns. Burns finds Galino again. Galino has time, gets taken off the ball. Lemrebet Galino with another tackle just to be a nuisance. Condé looking for Puda, to Paxton, to Condé, to Hall. Hall with a through ball to Richie, who puts it away. Tom Ritchie gets his first goal of the season, and okay, we've got 2 minutes and change to go. I think it's going to be a time now just to waste as much time as humanly possible. In fact, let's just give it a pause while we're on the replay. Go into a tactical screen. Make sure I am in fact wasting time. I won't full park the bus on the mentality as well. Just to be on the safe side. Let's do it in position. It says waste time whenever possible, but have to be sure we are in fact wasting time. Let's go. No early crosses, boys. No early crosses. Let's be grown-ups about this. We are not going to pass into space. We are going to be more disciplined. We are going to play for set pieces, slow the tempo right down. Attacking width can be completely narrow, it doesn't matter. Let's see what we're doing out of possession as well. Just try and really tighten things up as best we can. Can we lower that line of engagement anymore? Can we lower anything there anymore? We can. Pull it all back. We are doing our best there to do what we have to do. Let's stop crosses too, because that's going to help. And hope for the best. Okay, we're going to go with that. That'll be fine. Although, in fact, do I want to trigger the press more often? No. In fact, let's stick with much less often. We'll be as defensive as we possibly can here. We just have to see out the next few minutes. That's all we're really doing that tactical change for, is just seeing out the next few minutes. In fact, I'm going to go even more defensive, because we're just all about trying to hold on for 5 minutes without any late goals. Injury time is upon us. Can we make something happen here? Just going to hold on for 90 more seconds. 90 more seconds, and we have somehow fluked our way into the 4th round of the League Cup. And it looks like it might be possible. If we don't get a highlight now, it's going to happen. Waiting for the full-time whistle, and there it is. We have managed to absolutely fluke a passage with 10 men past Chelsea into the 4th round of the League Cup. That's insane. That was really special, lads. Nobody gave it a chance, but you made it happen. Good job. And now we have to go see who we're playing in the 4th round of the FA Cup, because that's going to be the next most important piece of knowledge we get. Before that, we somehow get another panel interview. So, congratulations, chasing Match of the Cup strikes again. So we're in this business, right? Moments like that make it all worthwhile. I'm so proud for a few hairy moments in the game, to say the least. We can't in those circumstances. You look at the patterns of play and flow of the contest, blah, blah, blah. Menga's goal was special. It was brilliant. What a great goal. Good stuff. Shame he got sent off afterwards, but great goal for when he scored it. Now I can go forward, and in just a second I'll show you what the cup draw looks like. Okay, so the draw for the 4th round of the League Cup is upon us, and our fans, of course, want either Bournemouth or Norwich or Manchester City, who are the favourites in the next round. So obviously we're thinking money rather than success. Only 16 teams left to go in the draw, so 8 games left to be drawn. I think we're just going to go with a draw teams. Let's see who we get. We are going to get a home tie with Bristol City. And we've just beaten Chelsea, and there's actually not many big hitters left in this competition. I mean, Newcastle, yes. Wolves and Everton, kind of a bit of a mid-table Premier League side. Obviously City. So it's really Newcastle and City are the 2 big hitters left in the League Cup. And it's not inconceivable we could get ourselves through to a cheeky little quarter-final there. So that could be a thing to look forward to. In terms of when that game is going to happen, let's have a little look-see doodle. That's going to be the 30th of October. So if we look at our schedule, we will come back for that one on Monday, because we're going to come back for the Swindon TV game beforehand, because that was my aim all along. We'll go to there, and then we'll come back for the Bristol City game, and then we might even get a good draw in the 1st round of the FA Cup. But I'd like to move further. I'm not planning on it. I'd just like us to move a bit further than that if I can. Probably to the Oxford game at the beginning of December will be the game beyond that. Anyway, guys, let's wrap things up, shall we? Because that feels like a really good time to do that. Thanks for watching. We've somehow beaten Chelsea in the FA Cup. If you've enjoyed that, smash the like button. Surely that deserves a like. We beat Chelsea in the League Cup as a League One side that used to be in very non-league not very long ago. I think we've done well. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've always been chasing lately. I shall see you all very soon. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good one.